How Robin Died with the Sheriff. It was mid-March when Robin, who knew the forest walls better than any man of his time, led his 9 men to a glade in the valley where the caves at the side made them shelter. A clear stream provided water, and the deer, plentiful enough, served for me. For the rest, we have got all the stores there were in Loxley, and for the time we fed and content. Robin gathered his 9 followers, since no more had yet come to join them and declared his purpose to them. Now look you, my merry men, that you do no harm to yeomen, unto them the plough, or to the idle squire who is kind to the poor. But these bishops and abbots who rule the poor, and the high sheriffs who bind them, beat them, cropping their ears and crudely ill-treating them, these you shall lighten of the ill-gotten gains. Yet by the Virgin you shall not do harm to any woman in the land. This was the law of the man that Robin formed, and but a day after he made it, he and his men lay along the road to Nottingham, being out on the hunt when the Prior of Newark came down the road with half a dozen badges, mules, and months to lead, and only a couple of large retainers at the Priory for guide. Since these 2 took their horses, they are at the sight of my resolute Baldwin and hooded neither. For Robin had drawn a hood over his face before he showed himself. There was no fighting, but there were 2 cans of good wine, and 400 marks in gold, and a sword of brown cloth, and bags of good white flour, which Robin counted up while the friar and Miss Monk stood by. Now, friar, said Robin, we will bind you all on your mules, and give you a hand apace for you to guide them home. Well, you may tell that Robin of the Hood begins his rule in Sherwood Forest, and rule on all oppressors of the poor. And while the disgruntled friar and his monks made their sorry way out toward Newark, Robin and his men retreated the fastest into sweltered spoil. From that day, the great outlaw began to be known as Robin of the Hood, or the famous Robin Hood. Now, lying up in the forest, they had no news of what went on in the outer world, and Robin himself determined to get news in some way. The spring was still young then when on the track between Mansfield village and Nottingham town. He met with the potter of Mansfield, who rode in his cart with the load of pots for sale in Nottingham. Now I am a ruined man, said the potter, for he saw Scarlet and Robin's men lurking beside the way, and you yourself among uncles. For if I lose my horse and cart, you shall lose nothing by me, Robin promised. Sell me will the pots at the price you ask in Nottingham, and I will leave you 2 gold marks as surety for the horse and cart. But let me do your clothes with a pot of clay on them, lest I should be known Nottingham as Robin of the Hood. Contented by the sight of the 2 gold marks and the price of his pot, the potter made the exchange, and Robin drove off to Nottingham, leaving the potter with his men till he should return. Having reached the town marketplace, he settled his wares at less than half the usual price, and soon sold all the cheaper stuff. But he had left a dozen or so of larger dishes. Now across the market stood the great house of Robert de Reynaud, Sheriff of Nottingham, and brother to Hugo de Reynaud, Abbot of St. Mary's. Robin put his wares in the basket, went across the market square, and knocked at the sheriff's door. Presently came the serving woman. Having traded well in your market, said Robin with a bow, I bring these poor vessels as a present from Mrs. Renault, and she will accept them as a gift. A gift from you? The woman asked. Robin nodded. From the Potter of Mansfield, he answered, and with the basket went back to his cart and waited. Presently, the woman came across the square and found him by his cart. Good Potter, he said, my master thinks it is a right welcome gift, for we were short of dishes and he asks that you come and take meat at his board. Gladly, said Robin, especially if there be ale as well as meat, for crying pots for serious dry work. He followed the woman into the Reynolds house, well knowing that his owner would hang him yards high if he guessed his identity. There they gave him a seat at the great board well to saw with the Reynolds man, and piled the slate high with a great hoard of ale beside him. Meanwhile, de Reynolds, seated above the seat with his wife and some friends, talked. 40 gold marks, said the sheriff, and the crier shall cry it in the town today. 14, said one of his friends, a high price for any man's head. But this here is a dangerous man, the sheriff exclaimed. He killed 7 of the guy Gisborne's armed followers with his own hand and made Guy a laughing stock to put. And with a great band of 70 or more followers, he wrought the Friar of Newark and all the good men possessed. Good, said Robin to himself, the 50 have grown. A dangerous villain, said the sheriff's wife. Let us have he do not come to Nottingham. Let him come, cried the Reynolds. I will capture him myself and give you half the 40 marks for new dresses. Would you though? Said Rob to himself. And today, the sheriff went on, he shall be cried through the streets of Nottingham as Wolf's Head outlaw. For any man to take or kill at sight with 40 marks reward for proof of his death in his body, if captured alive. We must rid our good country of such pests. Robin got up from the board, having eaten enough, and marched up to stand before the sheriff, to whom he bowed low. Thanks for the good food, Lord Sheriff, he said, and I will now get back to my trade. Who are you, and what is your trade? The sheriff asked. And I trust your noble dame will find my poor pots welcome. Robin concluded without answering the question. Ha, said the Renner, 'tis our Potter. The dishes were right welcome, Potter, and I trust you have felt well at my board. But now where do you go? Back to Mansfield to make more pots, for I have sold all my stock, Robin answered. Look to where you're going, the sheriff warned, for there is a most pestilent rogue loose in Sherwood Forest, who will rob you of every grown if he finds you. We have put up a reward for 40 gold marks on his head, and Gisborne is sending a band to scour the forest for him next week and root him out. If you get news of him, it will be worth a silver mark here. Lord Sheriff of Nottingham, said Robert meekly, if I can earn that silver mark, I will come back with the news. But I am a man of peace, and trust do I not fall within this outlaw. I give you good day. Robin bowed and went out.